So today we're going to talk about the 7 qualification a foreman should have in the field. One's going to be leadership. Are you the one that's going to play a good role? Are you the one that's going to give a good safety meeting? Are you the one that's, if you see a worker struggling, are you going to help and train them, right? Are you going to, are you going to put them at the best potential? You had to be that leadership. You had to bring them out of that in case they're dealing with something on a daily basis, right? Or they're going through something. So are you going to be the one who's going to ease up the environment? That's the role you have to play. That's the thing you have to do in the field. It's a lot of things to become a leader, not just do one thing and let everybody figure out the rest, right? So you got to be the one. Number two is going to be knowledgeable of the trade, right? You got to be the one that basically you know how to read the specs. You're taking the step required, making sure the hazards around everybody have a common sense what's going on. You have to make sure that you're always checking your surroundings, right? You have to make sure also on your JSP or JSA, you have to make sure you insert that. You have to make sure you have a document of your surroundings and the steps that you are taking to do the job. A lot of people underestimate that paper, but it does give you a lot of reminders of what are you are working on around your surroundings. So do you have the ability to read blueprint? So do you know how to read the specs? Do you know what that chemical inside the pipe? Do you know the equipment of the pipe you're working on? What materials are required? How high is it? Are we going to use a scaffold, aerial lift, like man lift, scissor lift? Are we going to use any ladder? Do we have the proper fall protection system for any of those things that we are going to use? Do we have uh do we have a good distance and how far we're going to go with the insulation? How much material we need? How many linear feet we need? Right? All this has to be in account. You cannot just ignore the fact that you think you know it all, and by the time a situation comes up, everything will come down to you and what you did to prevent that, right? Number four is going to be ensure about the quality and production. So how you going to ensure something, right? How you going to ensure the quality and production? Are you a person to pay attention to detail? Do you plan ahead? Do you basic qualify? Do you qualify the job that is done, making sure everything is nice and neat, caulk and everything? We don't have no dents. We're not missing no screws, no caulk. Everything is nice, tight, and sealed, waterproof, right? Are you the type of detail-oriented person that take that extra step and making sure that you are providing safety, quality, and production in that order? Number five is going to be communication skill. This is one of the key role a foreman should have, a qualification you should have in the field, right? You have to be the best communicator out there. You are the literal, you are the call to action, you are the problem solver, you're everything. It plays a lot of things. I know there's a lot of things to take in mind, but you do have to play this role in the field. You have to listen and take care of your workers, right? You have to report to the right chain of command, right? So if something's happened, who do you report that to? If an emergency happened, who do you contact to? If you having a problem you need to resolve, you don't have the answer, who's your next step to contact? Who you contact after that, right? So everybody, other contractor are in the same role as you about to insulate. Is the pipe is nice and clean, paint. If it has steam trace, do you have steam trace on the pipe? If it's if the wells looks nice and done. I've been in the field for so long. I've seen so many wells that look really bad, and I always have to go back and double check. Hey, did that well pass or anything like that? Did that steam tray pass? Did the painter finish painting that? So I always have to go back and check and making sure that every other contractor before I cover this up is noted, right? I don't want them to come back and be like, hey, the insulator noted that they didn't report it. Blame them. You never know what might happen. Just cover your end. Just cover your. Number six is gonna be organizing, solving the issue or disputing the problem, right? What are you the one? Are you the problem solver? Are you gonna, how you gonna control a situation when two workers are having a dispute or they're having a conflict with another contractor? What's your plan for that, right? Who are you gonna bring that up to? How are we gonna make sure that this don't happen again or this situation stop happening, right? Number seven, the last one, read workers. You gotta learn how to read the person that you're working with. You have to make sure they're working safe. You have to make sure their mind, you're reading their mind, and they are ready and prepared to go to work that same morning. You have to make sure they didn't drink the night before. You have to make sure they didn't basically have some type of drug influence or something like that. Um, Another thing that you have to learn how to do in the field basically is you got insulator, you got helpers, you got middlemen, right? You don't know who is who really, but you can only know by their skills or the way they do things. So maybe a middleman is a really good insulator. We'll let him do insulator stuff. Maybe an insulator is a really good helper, and we'll let him do kind of helper situation, right? Housekeeping, pick up the garbage, make sure we get him to cut some material. We make sure that he's good for that. The insulator is good for that. The metalman is good for that. We got Foreman there. Rather than a Foreman, they're good as a metalman. So let's keep him as a metalman. Can we manage and move our worker like chess piece? Or what is this person's good at? Can we do that, right? Also, you gotta make sure that as a group you're basically the king. So you need your people, you need those workers. With all this being said, we have to make sure we having the proper communication. We respect everyone where they're from, and we learn how to talk to people, guys. This industry, it gets ugly, it gets rough, it gets very toxic. The old players, the old school format and play, that thing's dying. The way that you talk to people, that is stopping, right? The people are stepping up a little bit, and if you don't know how to talk to them, they will put you with HR strict very directly, and company are taking those situations very serious. So basically, we have you as a foreman, you have to make sure you are covering your boundaries. The bonus number 8, the last one, right? The most important one for me. This would be it. Can you deliver efficiently, right? Everything you did, can you deliver that in a safety matter? Can we deliver that in a safety matter, right? Did did every morning did we fill out the proper documents to prevent incidents or injury to happen? Did we have the proper PPE to prevent incidents or injury to happen? Did we have the proper protection system on the job for any type of aerial heights? That we had all those protection systems available to prevent an incident and injury happen? Because if you cannot deliver efficiently, all this credibility you created does not matter, right? If you cannot deliver safely, all this credibility does not matter. So guys, there's a lot of things I point out over here, right? We talk about leadership, knowledge, ability to read blueprint, insurance about quality and production, communication skills, organizing, read workers, and lastly, you have to be able to deliver effectively and safely. That being said, if you're on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you're on my Facebook page, share this with other installation groups and other people in the field. Thank you very much. See you next time.